Good morning, students. So we'll be continuing the applications of the Gauss law, which we were discussing in the previous lecture. We'll come to the next application, that with the help of Gauss law we'll be finding electric field due to uniformly charged infinite plane sheet. Now this is a plane sheet which is carrying a positive charge. Suppose we have to calculate electric field at point P and P dash. These are the symmetrically opposite points. From the center of the sheet to this point, suppose the distances are towards the right hand side as well as to the left hand side. So if we place a test charge over here, so this positive charge and the positive test charge will repel. So the direction of electric field is shown at point P. Similarly, direction of electric field is being shown at point P dash. So the total electric flux, since it is a scalar quantity, the flux at the point P plus the flux at the point P dash. The area vector direction will also be in the direction of electric field on both the sides. Hence, the total electric flux will be E into A at point P and E into A at point P dash. As we all know, flux is E dot ds, that is E ds cos theta, and theta on both the sides P and P dash is 0, so cos 0 is 1. So it is E into A at point P and E into A at point P dash. We simply add it, so it becomes 2EA. So we know, since the surface charge density is suppose sigma, then the charge is surface charge density into the area. Using Gauss law, the total flux is equal to 1 upon epsilon naught times the charge enclosed. Now the enclosed charge over this entire Gaussian surface is Q. So in place of flux we write 2 into A. In place of charge we write sigma into A. A cancels with A, so electric field comes out to be equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. Let's move to the next application. Electric field due to two infinite parallel planes. So these are two parallel planes having surface charge density sigma 1 and sigma 2, and positive charge is spread over these plane sheets. Suppose there are three regions at which we have to find electric field at point 1, at point 2 and at point 3. So let's talk of region 1. If I talk of region number 1, the direction of electric field from the first sheet will be E1 shown to you. Again, we'll place a test charge which is positive in nature. Positive is going to repel. Similarly, from here also this positive and the test charge placed over here is going to repel. So the direction of electric field at point 1 is being shown to you. Since their directions are same, so they are going to be get added. We have taken the sign convention according to the Cartesian system. Considering this to be origin, anything to the left hand side in the Cartesian system is considered to be negative. So we have taken this to be minus E1 and this electric field is minus E2. We take minus common, so it is E1 plus E2. E1 I have discussed what is the value of E1 due to a plane sheet. I have discussed in the application, and the formula was sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. So I put sigma 1 upon 2 epsilon naught. In place of E2 we put sigma 2 upon 2 epsilon naught. So in 1 upon 2 epsilon naught is common, we are left with sigma 1 plus sigma 2. Similarly, if I talk of region number 3, the direction of electric fields are being shown to you. Since the directions are same, they are going to add up algebraically. So it is sigma 1 plus sigma 2 upon 2 epsilon naught. Let's talk about the region number 2. For the region number 2, if I am discussing, then the electric field due to first plane sheet will be in this direction, because positive is going to repel. Due to this sheet it will be in this direction. So the net electric field is modulus of E1 minus E2. The surface charge density of suppose sigma 1 is more than sigma 2. So it will be sigma 1 upon 2 epsilon naught, and this will be sigma 2 upon 2 epsilon naught. So it is sigma 1 minus sigma 2 upon 2 epsilon naught. So this was the another application. Now we move to the fourth application, that is electric field due to uniformly charged spherical shell. So in this particular case, this is a shell which is of radius capital R. Origin is represented by point O. Suppose initially the point where we have to calculate the electric field is outside this shell. Suppose this point is P, which is at a distance small r from the origin. So first we draw a Gaussian surface, which will be a spherical surface. Now we consider a small element over here. The direction of electric field will be outwards. The direction of the area vector will also be in the direction of electric field. So using Gauss law, E dot ds, now ds over here will be 4 pi r square, will be q upon epsilon naught. So electric field comes out to be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon small r square, since the point is outside the shell. Let's take about the another case in which the point is on the surface of the spherical shell. So the only replacement will be here, when we will be calculating the surface area, the radius capital R will be used. So it is E into 4 pi r square q upon epsilon naught. So electric field comes out to be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon capital R square. So if I consider the surface charge density to be sigma, then this charge will be replaced by sigma into A. Now A, as I have told you, it is 4 pi r square. So I substitute sigma into 4 pi r square. So 4 pi cancels with 4 pi, r square cancels with r square. So it is sigma upon epsilon naught. Suppose this P point, consider third case, it is lying inside the spherical shell. In this particular case, since the charge inside the shell is 0, as we all know, charge resides on the surface. So since Q is 0, therefore electric field will also be 0. So these are the three different cases as far as electric field due to uniformly charged spherical shell is concerned. Now let's try to draw the graph representing the electric field versus its distance from the origin. So as we all know, inside the shell the electric field is 0. On the body of the shell, that is when small r is equal to capital R, the electric field is maximum. And outside that, when we talk towards small r, then electric field is inversely proportional to r square. Thank you very much.